can't get caught. Otherwise, that is welcoming Team Spirit into your base. Charge complete, half his health. Fuel Scepter is going to be used. Nicely breaking with that Linkings, but he didn't use that Bulldoze towards the end there.
And these are just free. They have the ways to get collapse out every time. There's a Linkins, there's a Swell, there's Four Staff's Grave. Yatoro's going to take his chance.
Taking first down. Oh, man. Before you can even complete the sentence, he's already gone. They do have an Ice Blast, though. That's pretty well positioned. Durantio's already cleaned up the Grimstroke. It's not too bad, but Durantio, he needs to get out of there. Oh, my God, that's so much. It's too much damage. Spectre has to win this now. But he has to get something. They have to be able to take away this Aegis at the bare minimum. Surely they have to go for more. They have to risk it. Collapse is going to charge on Drew to make sure you can't sit up on Yatoro. Now Yatoro will turn back around on you. He's ready for that play. He pulls back in Durantio. This could be it for Gaming Gladiators. And let's find a way out of it. Quick dead next. Now Durantio. A dive back for him. He falls. Tofu's pulled back in. He is pulled to his death, down into his grave. Quinn, last man standing for Gaming Gladiators.
It will be a one-man stand against what is looking like the best team in the world right now. Absolutely, as they take a commanding teamfight victory inside Gaiman's base. No buyback on the Brewmaster there. They just delete the highest net worth hero for Gaiman straight off the bat. No turnaround potential, and you are running out of lives. You are running out of games to play here as Team Spirit. They don't want to just be the best team in the world. They want to prove that they are one of the best teams ever to grace this stage right now. And they are showing why. They're going to go for the Megas, play it safe. And Ags finished on Mira. He's about to kick this team straight out of the tournament if he has his way. And they're going to go right for the throne.
Quick reactions from Quinn. Has to blink away. Just one little opening is all it takes with Mira lurking from behind.
Ace back up. We'll see what he can do to stall this out. Gonna need one hell of a primal split here.
Toro starts pushing forward. Mira doesn't quite get it there, and they actually stop the Spirit Breaker right in front of their base, but they're locked in by the shards. Quinn's able to hop around it, but now the snow in ultimate place. He can't do anything against that, but at least the Brewmaster can. Gets up the kick ahead. The throne is exploded, and now he's been
welcome to hell.
Oh no! It is too much for Gaming Gladiators to be able to handle. They are not going to be able to get through this. They have to pray to get out, but the Cathedral is merciless. It is Team Spirit who are unstoppable. They will take it. The best team in the whole goddamn world, without a doubt. Silence every other team. 3-0.
Absolutely an incredible performance in the Grand Finals against the best team in the season, an undefeated Grand Final team in Gaming Gladiators, a team that has defeated an entire lower bracket to get here. They take 3-0 in record time, kicked them out of this event, claim a second Aegis for the crew, the first one for Laurel, who has fit in immaculately with this roster. This is a team everybody had on their radar, but they have slowly built it up over the course of the year, are hitting in prime form right now, and it shows. This team has multi-generational players, and now they are absolutely cementing themselves as one of the best teams ever to play the game of Dota 2.
How do you stop these guys? You can't beat them early. You can't beat them late. Even when you have the full advantage, you have full control of the game, they'll beat you on the comeback too. Team Spirit did it every way possible. Nothing is left for them but the handshakes in the end for Gaming Gladiators, who had an admirable run through the lower bracket. I mean, it was the stuff of great stories, but it comes to an end here with Team Spirit just being too damn good.
Yatoro boss. This man walks out, he shakes his head, he sends a mental message before the round even starts. This is a long due victory for them over the course of this year. They've built up to it.
And for 2 times, the second time in the Dota's history, Team Spirit will claim the Aegis. Team Spirit win the International.
All right. Sorry, gentlemen, just a moment of your time. Congratulations, Laurel, from last place to first, baby. How are you feeling right now? You have joined the club. You have won the international.
I feel great. Thanks, everyone. Thanks, everyone.
Wait, thank you for an unbelievable game. Miposhka, hello, I must interview you right now. Congratulations, you've led the boys again. You've joined the two-time club. Did you know you had a 5% a chance probability of winning that game? And you guys came back. How's it feel to be a two-timer, baby?
It's a magic. Like, it's our team spirit.
And finally, I gotta do it to you. Ladies and gentlemen, may I present to you the undisputed best carry player in the world!
Thanks.
What do you have to say to everybody who has supported you this entire time, all your fans around the world? Any last words for the world of Dota coming from you, my man, and Team Spirit?
Thanks for our support.
Let's go. Thank you so much and congratulations to Team Spirit. Well done. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Give it up one more time for your TI champions, Team Spirit!
They have done it! 3-0. Team Spirit demolished their opponents. They left no space for Gaming Gladiators in that grand finals, and this will be a moment that will go down in history. One of the most dominant teams in Dota 2 history. Gaming Gladiators came close, but Team Spirit, the ultimate raid boss selfies need to be taken. That Aegis will be pictured a lot tonight. I'm joined here by Lacoste, Effie, and T-Gov, and we're here to talk to you about everything that we missed. If we missed anything, I don't even think we missed anything. I think Team Spirit, Lacoste, they are amazing.
Absolutely, this is the team that they didn't get the chance to experience crowd at TI when they won it, and really glad that Seattle is cheering really hard for them. This is the team that had a bit of a rough year at the start, and they started to pick it up. Going into the Riyadh Masters Dream League, they know when to power up. This is the team that enjoys playing on the main stage so much. You can see on their faces all the smiles. That's what Dota is about: having fun and winning some big money.
Oh yeah, but my God, what a team. I mean, they are magical. I feel like the only other team in the history of Dota that embodied this kind of resilience and passion for the game was OG in their former run, but this Team Spirit, it's like we haven't seen anything like them. Their players have improved so much in the last year, so much. I can't even speak to the improvement of Mira, of Laurel in particular, and for them to just win this Aegis after a year that looked rocky for them at the start, after not placing well in the 3 majors this year, for everything to suddenly fall into place, for everything to finally click right around the corner for TI. I mean, if that isn't magic, I don't know what is, T.
I mean, it's the fact that they have these systems in place to be able to shape Lau into the player, to become the mid laner, be able to replace Toronto Tokyo. Again, like Lucas mentioned, at the start of the year, it was shaky. They barely got in the top 8 of one of the 3 majors, and now here, they get first place, and for Yotaro, sorry, 2-time TI winner, and also second ever player to get a Rampage in a TI finals. The crowd love him, he's just popping off in the game. Like, this team, they are just incredible.
I mean, Dota has not seen a player like Yotaro for a very long time. I mean, he was in contention for people saying he's the best carry in the world, the GOAT, but he has proved that here today at TI. And even earlier this year, during the Riyadh Masters, he carried his team to victory. He fought tooth and nail when they looked like they were going to lose, when it looked like there was no hope in their games. He was the one to just push them forward. And here at TI, they all connected, they all came together, and it was just a beautiful team victory here.
It was a great victory, great support coming out of the Climate Pledge Arena as well. And for everybody in the Team Spirit in the late game show with Perion, Flax, and Jenkins. So just so you're aware, you don't go anywhere. There's a lot more to come. Team Spirit's run has been fantastic. We got 4 new double TI champions, and I must bring it back to Laurel because his story has just been fantastic. You heard Slack say it on the main stage. He came dead last last year, and it was a rocky start, but there was support from all his teammates, support from the organization. We heard on the main stage, Yotaro said, at Riyadh Masters, I really want to win this championship because I want Laurel to experience what it's like. And that he did, and then he went to take on the International with the same squad, and I can't believe they did it here as well.
And they just did it in such style as well. Like they've played so many different types of games as well. Like they're not just doing one thing the entire time. They are every single time they approach a game, it's a new way Spirit approaches to beat their opponents. And I don't know, it's just the most commendable way to win it. And sure, it was a 3-0, but it was a 3-0 in style. And yeah, Team Spirit, they're just
like they believed in Laurel when you know, getting that last place at TI, and also some big shoes to fill. This guy, he's nuts. Every single game that he played, you could see that he's powering up. Throughout the tournaments, you could see that he can be toe-to-toe against some of the best mid laners in the world, and now he is the best mid laner in the world, crowned, immortalized.
Absolutely, what a story. And I mean, for Laurel to play in this team, like Lacoste mentioned, the shoes were big, the nerves were there, and every time Team Spirit performed badly, he was blamed. There was mass criticism from the fans, mass criticism of Laurel from the community. People were begging to have this player replaced, but the other members of Team Spirit refused. They believed in him. They said that they think he has the potential. They said that they trust him and they know that he's their mid laner. And here we are at TI, he's won it.
Yeah, immortalized on his dazzle at that. I just want to take a small moment to just iterate the wallpaper every time as the heroes that want TI. We have Chaos Knight, Dazzle, and Spirit Breaker as our boards on that wallpaper. I think, Tigo, that is the perfect embodiment here.
oh, it's so beautiful. You know, just Spirit Breaker. You know, just next year, you're gonna remember this beautiful cow, just in the good times.
The good times will be remembered for a very long time to come. I also know that the average age of players here, this might be a random point, the average age of players playing at TI is around 23 years old. Yatoro is 20 years old. He won his first international at 17. Now his second international at 20. Lacoste. I mean,
It's not to
this
think
guy
about.
can continue going.
He pretty much played for only one team, Yellow Submarine, which kind of turned into Team Spirit. The other members of the team, Laurel, who started to play professional Dota in 2021, collapsed. He only played for 3 teams. Mira, only 2 teams, one of them also being, you know, just predecessor to Yellow Submarine, and the veteran Miposhka leading the team. You know, so you have this mix of a new blood and also some veteran player that's going to lead them to the victory.
I mean, the key thing here is the future of Dota is bright, right? Like when you think about the players here, they're 20 years old, 22 years old, like, they've only been playing competitive Dota for what, nearly 4 or 5 years, some of them. Like these are the ones lifting the Aegis time and time again, and it's like, yeah, it's just so good to see.
And also, I just want to highlight the support duo of Team Spirit. I mean, we've talked about Laurel, we've talked about Collapse, we've talked about Yatoro. These are incredible players, but Miposhka and Mira are the heart of this team. They are the backbone of this team. They play so well every game, and their praises go unsung because it's so hard to shine on a team with someone like Yatoro, right? But they're so consistent. They're there with the saves, they're there with the lanements, they're there with the pressure. They do everything right, and they have done everything right this TI.
Yeah, and for Miposhka especially, we know that his first recorded professional results were in 2015, but he's been around for a very long time, Lacoste. And this guy, this is his second TI win. What a crowning achievement at such a successful career.
Absolutely, this guy is just amazing. You know, whenever we get the chance to talk to him, like the insight that he gives, of course he doesn't want to reveal everything. Maybe after TI we're going to see in some of these vlogs. This guy is just a rock of the team. Like, you can rely on him. He's going to be carrying the game of some of his signature heroes when it's necessary. This guy is just a menace to play against.
And he has that, you know, compassion that embodies a leader in a team like this. If you've ever interacted with him or heard him speak of his teammates, he views them so fondly. He's very calm. He's not the type of person to lead with anger, to lead with a form of aggression. He's one of those captains that just leads through friendship, and as cliche as it sounds, that is who he is.
Yeah, and it bleeds into the team as well, because when they're even behind, when they're down, they're still smiling, they're still having fun. Like, how often do you see a pro team when they're, you know, backs against the wall, they're still enjoying the game? Like, Team Spirit, throughout this entire journey, not only were they the best team, but they just enjoyed every single moment, and it's why they were able to be so successful.
At TI-10, they won first 2 games, then they lost 2 games, but this time around, TI-12, they made it look very easy. 2 games were complete, you know, obliteration coming out from Team Spirit. In the 3rd game, 4%, and they still managed to come back. Dota Plus, not really. You know, Team Spirit, they're all against the odds.
4% it was, by the way. Yeah. 4% to win that.
Yeah, that's fantastic. I mean, the game was very close. It just shows a lot of character that they were able to beat back Effie.
Exactly. I mean, this is the spirit of this team. This is what they embody. They are determined. Even when they're playing with a net worth deficit, they never play like they are. They play like they're always in the lead. They play like there's always a means into the game. And you've heard from the teams who have lost to Spirit or won against Spirit. They always say, regardless of winning against this team, they exhaust you. They make you tired. They fight for the entirety of the game, for every inch of the map. And I mean, that's why they're here. That's why they lifted the Aegis.
That is why they lifted the Aegis through hard work. They worked really hard this year to get to the point where they were on their team synergy and on their Dota, of course, as well. They went through the upper bracket. They only dropped this entire TI run, road to the international and all. They only dropped 2 games, T. Only 2.
It's just crazy to think about, and especially because like the group stage, it was so clean for them. They dropped a game to Virtus Pro, a regional opponent. They dropped a game to Liquid as well, and then as soon as they went against LGD, I feel like they just leveled up. And of course, Yutaro, I mean, he shaved his head. Like, do you expect any other result today?
Sacrifice was made.
I mean, he is the most successful to-go bald pro player ever in the history. People have followed in his footsteps, failed miserably. He has 2 times in a row done it. Bam,
Listen,
2 wins.
he's the only one who can wield that power. Okay,
Yeah.
this power exists within Yutaro's realm. It's not something for other mere mortals to shave their heads and win TI. But on the topic of one more player, I do really want to give my commends and Mira his flowers, because I remember after he won TI 10, he did a few interviews where he said that he felt like an imposter. He didn't feel good enough to be a TI winner. He didn't feel like this was valid. He didn't necessarily get that sense that he was one of the best players in the world. So now that he's a 2-time TI winner, I really hope that that imposter syndrome can go away, because he's proven it not just to himself, to his fans, but to us, the Dota community, the rest of the world.
Yeah.
They need to update this picture. I'm sorry. This is unacceptable.
They do. I mean, to be honest, I don't think... But we've seen other pros attempt to shave their head to embody Toro's power, but let's be real, that power is his own. And it works for him, it works for the team. They have done it. They have taken the Aegis for the 2nd time round, which is an incredible achievement. So congratulations once again to Team Spirit for having their victory. I feel like we also need to give a little bit of light there to Gaming Gladiators, because they also had a fantastic run. They came 2nd at this international, and that is not something to be ashamed of. It might feel really rough right about now, especially after that 3rd game, which was a game they were very close, Lacoste, to be able to force out a next one.
Absolutely. I mean, Gaming Gladiators, they were the team to beat throughout this year, but like all 3 majors were won by them throughout the upper bracket, and they look like a team that's not going to stop. But unfortunately for them, Team Spirit, they did power up at the right time, and also Gaming Gladiators, they also had really, really good tournaments so far. You know, dropping down to lower bracket and making the magical run. Unfortunately, Team Spirit, they were too strong today.
They were very much too strong today, and while we witnessed Team Spirit's victory, a lot of people around the world were able to cheer them on and revel in their victory. This is Moscow. We had so many pub-stops happening around the world. I also want to say once again, late game is coming right after this, so you don't even have to leave. I know a lot of people were having their time slot booked out for our full best of 5. We might not have gotten that, but there is still more content coming on this very channel and in the Climate Pledge Arena as well. So much love coming from around the world here for Dota 2 and its World Championship. The international was taken by Team Spirit, but truly the real winners are all the fans. And I know that there are so many people already that can't wait for 2024 when there's a new hero in the mix. I also think that we learned a lot at this international that we can all incorporate in our own games. And I'm not talking about Bits of Middle, but I think we might see that as well.
Behave your head before queuing up some pubs.
There's new ways to take the Tormentor down. That's something that I learned. You can do it with Bristleback. With his Aghanim Sentry, you just turn your back. You can do it with Dazzle if you just have careers around and you heal the careers and get the armor low and everything.
I'm just as well. Technically, Yutaro, he also won the Aegis, but he also won the most deaths to Tormentor this guy. So congratulations! Yay!
Another one.
Another win.
If that's true, then that proves that the Tormentor is the ultimate villain. It's the hardest thing in Dota to beat because it beat Yutaro.
There it is. The only thing that could beat him.
The Tormentor.
Yeah, Tormi is too strong.
Nerf Tormentor. OP.
OP. Now, I know I've said it a couple times, but I'll say it again. There is a late game show, and it will feature all of Team Spirit. You can watch it at home if you want to. That's fine. You can watch it in the arena if you want to, or you can watch maybe in the Charlotte Martin Theater in Seattle if you can find a seat, which I'm sure you're going to be highly coveted. But if you get there in time, then kudos to you. But there's a lot of content in that one, and it will be a fantastic late game. So you better make sure you watch that one and take your time to do that. Oh my gosh. Oh, deep breaths, everyone. I mean, we still got all the confetti here and the memories that will stay with us for a very long time, but it's about that time. It is about that time. T, you want to go first?
Dota's a beautiful game, connects the world, and yeah, thank you everyone for doing it. Without the fans, we wouldn't have all this, so yeah, good job, thank you.
Dota is a part of me, Dota is part of my life for a good 20 years now, and I just want to say thank you to each one of you who attended. Thank you, Seattle. Thank you for each and every player, each and every person who managed to, you know, stay up to 2, 3 a.m. to do the work, every single person behind the scenes to make this possible, because it's the most beautiful event, especially this one we've ever had.
Yeah.
And nothing can match the prestige of the International. We've seen it today. It was special watching the audience, is special seeing everybody unite, coming from all over is special. And yeah, Dota is a magical game. I'm forever grateful to be part of this community. I'm grateful for the game, for introducing me to all of my new friends, and meeting everyone in the audience has been incredible. People have been so kind and so passionate, and what an experience.
What an experience indeed. It's TI vibes, and we say that we say this a lot, I mean, especially backstage, because TI Vibes there is something special, because it's in the air. It's the people you see, everybody is happy and passionate. T-Gov, there's just nothing like it.
Yeah, nothing can replace it. And it's simple as that, and that's the joy of TI. And I look forward to the next TI, and the next one, and the next one, and the next players that come in and try and take the Aegis away from Team Spirit. Like, yeah, it's in a class of its own.
It's in a class of its own, and I just want to give a massive shout out to everyone that's tuning in from around the world. I mean, it's very special to be in Seattle. I mean, I also think back in Seattle, whew, that in itself is amazing, but so many people tuning in from around the world, and as Lacoste said, time zones, who cares? Everybody tuning in at awkward times just to make sure that they can witness the greatest Dota to have ever been graced. Lacoste, what were your favorite moments of this international?
Hard to choose. You put me on the spot.
I am.
I don't know. It feels like, just had so many things that made this tournament special. Like there's like the shift in meta where we see like shifting each day pretty much, especially during the main event. It's what makes this game so beautiful. You'll think you know what it is, then someone shows you like a couple of hours later that you don't know what you're actually playing. Even these like top tier teams, they lose in 20 minutes because the other team is just better. Like they prepare, they don't sleep, and they show you how it's done.
Yeah, it's also just really fun to watch the players come out on stage and really feel the energy, and you can see them just basking in their own enthusiasm and their love for the game. You see them clapping and smiling, and they feel like they're on top of the world there, and you can see that, and that is a special thing to see. But I guess my favorite moment would have to be VP versus Butboom, that really long 75-minute game where Kira takes TPs to the racks and dies there, and whew, that was one of the good ones.
A wild one for sure.
The fall of Western European Dota. Finally, we get a bit of China love, we get a bit of what else? We got Eastern Europe, and then also this Orc guy the entire time. He's been pretty good. There we go.
Very much. A lot of dedication coming out from...
There we go.
I will tell you mine as well, because I was walking around before the road to the international playoffs, walking around, and I took the wrong turn. We went for coffee.
We did?
You and me, T, we went for coffee, and I told you that I knew the way. I did not know the way. We went exactly the wrong way. But that did mean we were right in front of Benoria Hall when we found out that we were in the wrong place. And Benoria Hall, the place of TI2 and TI3, a lot of special memories. So for me, that was very special. And then I must, if you're talking about Dota, the best Dota 2, I mean, the finals were fantastic, but I must highlight Team Spirit versus LGD Game 1 yesterday, upper bracket finals. That was intense, insane. I loved every second of that, and that was I think my favorite moment. I got to watch the last minutes also in the arena because we thought it was over obviously 20 minutes ago. So that was very special. And seeing Team Spirit win here again, it's just there are so many wholesome moments that this team has, and they have captured all of them as well. They capture everything. We saw already the moment that they won. We saw Miposhka Effie standing with a camera in his hand. They vlog everything.
I mean, actually, if you go on their YouTube channel, you could probably learn every detail that you wanted to about any of the players, but I do love that about them, but they're such an immersive team. Like, if you're a fan of theirs, there's so much content to consume. You can get familiar with all of them, so I do think that's why they have one of the strongest fan bases in Dota, outside of just playing solo.
Yeah, oh, ladies and gentlemen, I know that there's still a lot of people here waiting for late game, kudos to you. There's a lot of people waiting in the crowd still already for the actual late game to watch it live. There's a lot of people still watching here because they're waiting for late game to watch it from their homes or from the comfort of pub stomps. But we're just getting ready with late game. We want to make sure that the moment we tune out, you're entertained with late game. So we're holding the fort down here as, well, this entire tournament, we talk about regions a little bit there, T-Gov. I feel like we have to continue talking a little bit more mostly in regards to the Chinese region, because I felt like compared to last year they came top fourth with Aster, and that was the only team that really did incredibly well. We had LGD still doing okay as well, but of course that was a different LGD. I felt like this was a resurgence of the region. No, for sure. And I think it was refreshing throughout the entire year at the majors and stuff. We had this like kind of just Western European dominance the entire time. It's why I was happy, that they maybe didn't do so well this time around, because I think once TI sets a statement to what region to look at, then the Western European fans and the kind of Western audience need to look elsewhere to absorb their Dota content. So I think for China specifically, LGD and then the old god of Azure Ray being able to show up at TI, both get top 4 was incredible just for international Dota.
Yeah. Also, they produced one of my favorite memes that Dota has ever seen. Lanham talking about his team, that everything is fine against gaming gladiators, and it's kind of like this is fine, and everything's burning in the back. There's like 4 people dying. It's just like it's gonna be one of those things. I was watching that yesterday, and I was spitting water out of my mouth through my nose as well. But we gotta give credit to them because they played some amazing Dota, reaching top 4 without even trying too hard. We talked about the teams that have practiced throughout the year. They formed, and they're like, you know what, we're gonna show up at TI and do well, and they reached top 4. The old guard plus some of the new generation of the players, they did extremely well.
Yeah, but on the topic of that, imagine being Lanham in that moment. I mean, like you're doing an interview and everyone's cheering so loudly, so you're thinking to yourself, wow,
we're
really
winning,
love
yeah.
it. And the cheering gets really loud, and he goes, oh, I'm on a roll here with my answers. You know, he walks down back to the green room, he's looking at the screen and just goes,
4-0.
what?
We did hear Beverly Chalice said on his social media that they were all laughing at it. They were all running away from the fight, and then someone goes, "Kill that bear." He turns around. Oh, there's going to be a lot of memories from this year's international, and of course, I mean that one is a great one. But the biggest memory will be that we have, for the second time in Dota 2 history, a 2-time champion. 4 new players are getting that award, and Laro, of course, now also a TI champion, and Team Spirit with their championship, a clean sweep, 3-0. There's only 2 other times that happened in the history of Dota 2, so Team Spirit will go down in history as one of the most dominant teams of all time. We'll see if they can repeat it next year. I know that the hunger for these players, it just doesn't seem to cease at all. But that is it, ladies and gentlemen. We're ready for a late game. So without further ado, I mean, we've loved every second of it, and we've hoped that we've been able to convey those feelings to you at home, to you at the arena. We've loved it, and we hope to be back here in Seattle some other time to experience the same thing, because it's something special, and I can't even put it into words. But and I'm gonna have to. So thank you so much from everybody in front of the camera, everybody behind the camera. I know everybody cares a whole lot. And it is amazing to feel the love from everyone in the arena and online. So thank you so much for that on behalf of everyone involved. And ladies and gentlemen, your TI Champions of 2023, Team Spirit, congratulations. And we'll see you for the next one.
All eyes on the prize. What a display of dominance this last week we know.
There are many Earths, but only one Earth Shaker.
Outplaying Gaming Gladiators right now on the map. They just know all these heroes are getting picked apart. There just seems to be no response whatsoever from these Gladiators. BKB turns around. Oh man, that damage is just building up so quickly. We've got the two swords in there. Duraccio battling up against Laurel. But the big bad boss of the fight is definitely Laurel. And once he turns his eye on a hero, disappears. Game over for this one. The Team Spirit making absolutely no qualms about shutting Gaming Gladiators out in their own style. 33 minutes and it's done. Gaming Gladiators, they are all going to fall. They're going to throw their damage around. The Chief's actually getting popped. The line's got a little bit low, but in the foul ball goes. Maybe a double. No, Trophy's taking behind that. They're going to call it GG.
Right now it is all gaming on the momentum chart. A full vessel was completed very fast here from Tofu.
As well as the big time throw to get the shot break. Oh, what a shot. BKB, but he will try to plug it. 30 cheers is not enough. Throws to the ball, and now the toss up in the air. Oh, it comes down to a hard reality. Right now he does have BKB. And look at that. Scepter with some units around him. It's so much. He is not going to die so easily. Gaming Gladiators thought they had an easy target. Oh, I like the debate. We'll break down their Duraccio before he finally falls. 3 down the side of Gaming Gladiators, and Team Spirit have changed this game. The narrative was supposed to be Gaming Gladiators controlling and seeing if they could end it, but Team Spirit have turned this all back around.